Hello, folks. Welcome back to Everpop. It has been a while, but we're back. Oh my goodness. It's been at least
A long time.
it has been a long time.
Approximately a long time.
Yeah, it has. Stuff happens.
Yes, we have been um, making sure our families are good and hanging out with them and trying to keep everyone above water. But we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Yay,
We're
yay.
back, baby.
And I got a new mic. So, if the sound quality sounds a little better, that's why.
And we are excited.
Yeah, because I had actually forgotten what we were going to talk about. But then I remembered, and then today we're taking you back to another childhood staple, Saturday morning cartoons.
Absolutely. We are going to dive right into it.
So grab your favorite bowl of cereal, get your robe and slippers, and let us take you back to the days where Saturday morning belonged to millennials. But first, let's get into the brief history of Saturday morning cartoons.
Absolutely. You got to have a history lesson with John, or else did you ever listen to Everpop?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, there's really, I don't know if it's an interesting history, but I found it to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But what is a Saturday morning cartoon? Mary, do you know the definition of a Saturday morning cartoon?
I would assume it's called a good time.
Yeah, there's a good time. But Saturday morning cartoon is a colloquial term for the original anime series and live action programming that was typically scheduled on Saturday and Sunday mornings in the United States on the big three television networks. And if you don't know what the big three are, they are NBC, ABC, CBS, and later we would get, more networks like Fox and the WB and
God, I love the
UPN.
WB.
Yeah, they had the singing frog,
Yes.
Michigan J Frog.
Absolutely, they
That's
did.
that's his name. That was the logo.
I love it.
It's classy because the frog had a top hat and a cane.
Nothing says class like a frog with a top hat and a
Yeah,
cane.
that is classy right there. He's like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my sunshine. Hello, my ragtime gal." I that's what I remember.
I love that.
Yeah. So anyway, the genre was a tradition from broadly the mid 1960s to the mid 2010s, and over time, sadly, its popularity declined due to the changing cultural norm. Due to the changing cultural norms, increased competition from formats available at all times, and heavy media regulations. Ugh.
And I just have to say, kids are not built the same because our kids don't have to wait for, like, they don't have to time out their task in between commercials, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I needed a refill, I had to do it quickly on my cereal
Yeah.
because my show was going to be back, and our kids can just pause Netflix or pause whatever streaming they're watching, and they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
They really, I don't know. I think getting rid of Saturday morning cartoons is the problem.
Yeah, it really is. And in the last years of the genre's existence, Saturday morning and Sunday morning cartoons were primarily created and aired on the major networks to meet the educational and informational, or EI, requirements. In minor television networks, in addition to the non commercial PBS, and some markets continue to air animated program on Saturday and Sunday while partially meeting those mandates. We'll get into that more in more time. And in the U.S., these usually lasted, on Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Eastern time zone. And until the 1970s, American networks also had schedule of children's programming on Sunday mornings too. Although most of those programs of the time were repeats of Saturday morning shows that were already out of production. In some markets, some shows were preempted in favor of syndicated or other types of local programming. And I know that just sounds like a blast, folks, but it really is interesting. It really is. If you want to get into the heart of Saturday morning cartoons, and
You can't do it without that.
exactly, you got to learn your history or you're doomed to repeat it. But even more history, a long time ago, cartoons actually used to play in movie theaters. Mary, did you know that?
No, and well, okay, I did and I didn't, right?
Yeah.
Because there's that whole line in Titanic right? Where they say something about like the Nickelodeon, because that's what people used to call like a theater.
Yeah.
And so I did research that once a long
Okay.
time ago,
Yeah.
but I don't think I retained it. And I'm actually low key so jealous
Yeah.
because I would literally love to rent out a theater and just watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
That would be a blast.
They were great. They used to play in movie theaters. They would play right before the main feature. Like, for example, Looney Tune cartoon, Bugs Bunny. Yeah, what's up, Doc? And used to play before Warner Brothers movies, MGM cartoons like Tom and Jerry and Droopy and, other MGM cartoons. I can't remember MGM cartoons right now. They used to play before MGM movies, et cetera, et cetera. Paramount. I think Dave and Max Fleischer cartoons used to play, before that. Just, like I said, et cetera, et cetera. But after the Paramount decree, Mary, do you know what the Paramount decree is?
I absolutely do not.
Okay, well, just a quick heads up. Paramount decree was basically when film studios controlled everything. They controlled the production of the film, they controlled distribution, they controlled the theaters. So, like, let's say a Disney, like, for example, let's use today. So let's say Disney, they own Marvel Studios, right? It's all great. You want to see the latest Avengers movie, okay? You could only see an Avengers movie in the Disney theater.
That's absolutely unhinged.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. It's like the studios, they controlled the theaters. It was vertical integration. So
Hate that.
I know, right? But they reversed that. Although during the Trump administration, they actually made that again. So now studios can control theaters again. So yeah. So
This
yeah.
is the darkest timeline. I swear to God.
Not necessarily. It has its ups and downs, actually.
Darkest timeline, buddy.
Okay, and also cartoons started to shift to television, but back then it was mostly reruns from, anime series that played in prime time, or they were like really cheap adventure cartoons, like for example, Clutch Cargo. Check it out, folks. Clutch Cargo is on YouTube. It's the basic, most bare bones animation style ever, even more so than Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera still had more than this.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious, actually. But anyway, by the late 60s, it was superhero shows and action cartoons that dominated. But unfortunately, we can't have nice things, folks.
No, because parents were lobbying groups like Action for Children's Television, and they voiced their concerns about the presentation of commercialism, violence, antisocial attitudes, and stereotypes in Saturday morning cartoons.
So they lobbied Congress, and the networks tried to cut down on these type of shows so we could get more educational content and more enriched content.
And I honestly don't know what's more enriching to me. An episode of Superman where he's going to show you how to be kind.
Yeah.
And do all these great things and, like, be a productive member of society and build a community. Or, a boring show that doesn't intrigue kids at all.
Yeah. I want my violence. I want my violence. That's all.
Give me violence or give me nothing.
Exactly. But then let's cut to the 80s with the Reagan presidency. And basically, during the Reagan presidency, deregulation was the thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so FCC said, do what you want. We don't care.
We've given up.
Yeah, I was just like...
These kids ain't right anyway.
Exactly. It's like deregulation. It's like major networks, you can do whatever you want. It's morning in America again. I hate Ronald Reagan. But anyway. But that's how we got the half-hour toy commercials, like He-Man, Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Little Pony. Which is my
fave.
Yeah, exactly. And we also started getting legacy IP, like Winnie the Pooh, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Garfield. It was awesome, man. Toy commercials. It's like cereal. It's like just basically characters would be created in different shows just to sell toys. That's the main reason why in the Transformers movie, the first animated movie, I think it was either 1985 or 1986, they killed off Optimus Prime.
Yeah, they did.
Because they had to sell new toys. They wanted to, Hot Rod was the new Prime Transformer or something like that. I don't know. I don't know too much Transformers lore, so
JC's going to listen to this and judge us for that.
Probably.
Because I'm right there with you.
Yeah, probably. But in the 90s, we started getting Saturday morning blocks like Fox Kids, ABC's One Saturday Morning, CBS Saturdays, Kids WB, etc., etc. But in October 1990, President Herbert Walker Bush signed the Children Television Act, or the CTA, an act of Congress ordering the FCC to implement regulations surrounding programming that serves the educational and informational, or EI, needs of children, as well as the amount of advertising broadcast during television programs aimed towards children. This included that a statement's commitment to airing and supporting educational children's programming had to become a factor in license renewals, and that limits had to be imposed on the amount of advertising that can be aired during children's television programs targeting children. Whew, that was a mouthful.
It really was.
Yeah, but
I feel like networks were lax with those regulations, though.
they were.
And they didn't really keep track of what was educational. And educational shows were in graveyard slots, so like early morning or late night or weekend afternoon. And the shows were prompted as social/emotional development, all that good stuff. They were pretty vague on what kind of educational content it had to be. I think it was more than 25% of television stations in the U.S. failed to record the time, date, or length of programming.
Yeah, they did not care at all.
Yeah, they said peace out. The kids want violence.
Yeah. But the FCC adopted a stronger regulation known as the Children's Programming Reporting Order in 1996, which took effect in 1997. It required all television stations to broadcast at least 3 hours of programming per week that is specifically designed to educate and inform viewers age 16 and younger, required on-air ID of these programs, and more stringent reporting requirements. That's why in some of the cartoons you see the little EI in the little corner, because I always wondered what that EI was for.
I never even paid attention.
Well, see, that's why I did my research this time.
Oh my God. What's happening?
I did my research because I was wondering why the EI there. And also, did you ever watch Sailor Moon?
That was the silliest question you've ever asked me. It was my entire personality from 3rd to 8th grade.
Okay. Well, at the end of the show, they had a lesson.
They did.
Yeah, that's because of EI. G.I. Joe, has that little moral lesson. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog has that moral lesson at the end. Like I said, I said earlier, Sailor Moon lesson. And I'm sure there are many others, just had the EI in there. So it's like the Saturday morning blocks, for the 1997, 1998 season, scrambled to, get that, comply with that, especially ABC. Because ABC was debuting One Saturday Morning.
We love a good jingle from John.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, ABC was four out of 5 of our blocks are EI approved. They even had educational segments from Aladdin's Genie character.
I do remember that, and I do remember low-key loving that.
Yeah, Robin Williams came back to voice it too because he thought, it was good.
God, I love that man. I miss him.
Yeah, CBS even relaunched their Saturday morning block as Think CBS Kids. And it had the new Ghost Rider mysteries and other shows. But
that had the Weird Al show.
Yeah, they had the Weird Al show.
I loved the Weird Al show.
Yeah, they had Wheel 2000, which was kids' version of Wheel of Fortune. But enough of this history nonsense, okay?
Let's get into the fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get into the fun stuff. Let's get the stuff that millennials actually remember, okay? Because we're not Gen X, because I really don't remember the 80s.
No, we don't.
Although we'll get into that a little bit. But let's talk about Fox Kids. You remember Fox Kids?
I love Fox Kids.
It wasn't Fox Kids great?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so great. I mean, I love Fox Kids so much. Oh, it was so good.
I still think that my favorite shows
Yeah.
were on the WB.
WB? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But Fox Kids was good.
yeah, let's talk about Fox Kids first because that debuted on September 8th, 1990.
And it had a ton of good shows.
Oh, yes. So much. So many shows. The shows that launched with the Fox Kids block was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, based off that really goofy movie.
Weird show.
It
Weird.
was Bobby's World. You remember Bobby's
I
World?
do remember Bobby's World.
It had Peter Pan and the Pirates, which Tim Curry voiced Captain Hook. I almost said Captain Cook for some reason.
Let it cook.
Yeah. Captain Hook and Zazu Yu. Do you remember Zazu Yu? Because I'm looking at some of these shows, and some of these shows I'm just drawing a blank.
Zazu Yu, yes.
Okay, they had Pittsburgh Pigs.
They had Spider-Man.
They did have Spider-Man. Spider-Man came in like 94. I usually call that Spider-Man the animated series. I usually call that Spider-Man 1994.
Really?
Yeah, because it came out in 94.
All right, you're right.
I mean, they call there's also X-Men the animated series.
Which is good.
We call that X-Men 92. That's why on Disney Plus they got X-Men 97.
You're right.
Yeah. The X-Men 97. I mean, X-Men 97 is good too, but I'm saying X-Men 92, that was one of the greatest superhero cartoons of all time. It made me a fan of the X-Men. It made me get X-Men comics.
Absolutely.
It's super corny.
It's iconic. I don't care if it's corny. It's good.
But
The best things from our generation are filled with corny stuff.
that is true. But that title sequence, though, that was fire. It's great.
It is great.
It's one of the best superhero intros I've ever seen. It's like that guitar riff, man. Oh my
It just
goodness.
hits.
It just
It
hits.
slaps, as the kids say.
I know, it's crazy. You had Eek the Cat, where
I loved Eek the Cat.
that poor purple cat.
I just don't know how to explain it to you. I loved it.
He got so much abuse. He just wanted to be with that big fat pink cat. It's like,
Well, sometimes you gotta go through it. I don't know. It was a learning curve.
I know, more the love, I guess. But I'm just like, he had to deal with that little shark dog or whatever. I don't Sharky.
I don't remember the name, to be honest. But it also had Animaniacs.
Yes, it did.
And talk about an EI standard. I know the presidents because of Animaniacs.
Yeah, and the countries of the world.
Yes.
Oh
my God, yes. My sister was a big Animaniacs fan, and so in turn, I watched it all the time with her.
Okay.
And I freaking love Animaniacs.
Then you have Power Rangers.
I do love Who doesn't love Power Rangers?
Yeah.
If you're a millennial and you don't love Power Rangers, I need a full dissertation as to why.
Yeah, exactly. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was great, man. They took like a Japanese show, I think it was called Super Sentai, recut it, put American actors in there. It was really genius, actually.
It was.
And that theme song. Oh my God.
We love a good theme song in this podcast.
I listen to that in the gym. Because it just gets me pumped, man.
I love that for you.
I was the Blue Ranger for one of the Halloween.
I was Pink Ranger.
Pink Ranger. Oh, yeah. That was
Kimberly.
great. They had The Tick, another superhero show. Like, the guy was just basically a big, like, he dressed up in
It was
blue.
like the Great Value version of Ant-Man.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, of course it was.
But it also had Silver Surfer.
Yeah, which I never watched. It just did.
Ooh,
It did not look
I
interesting
liked
to me.
Silver Surfer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They also had that like really weird Spider-Man show, like Spider-Man Unlimited.
I don't think I remember that one.
I watched a little bit of it. It's basically like Spider-Man went to like another dimension.
Okay.
It's like
Pop off, Spidey.
With the high evolutionary in charge. It was like before the high evolutionary was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man Unlimited and had like the animals, like hybrid human beast animals, and I can't remember too much about that show. The art style was weird, and I don't know too much about, and I have not really cared to watch Spider-Man Unlimited because it only lasts for like one season, like 13
Yeah, it's just
episodes.
not that good.
They also had that Avengers show. United they stand.
I gotta tell you that I don't think it matters to me if it's an Avengers series.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I just loved the Avengers period.
Well, how do you like an Avengers series where the top 3 Avengers weren't part of the main cast?
Honestly, I don't think I hate it. Why not? Because the Avengers go through so many evolutions.
That is true, but I'm just saying, it's like, it was like the main roster was Wasp, it was Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision.
Scarlet Witch is my girl.
That is Tigra. I'm just saying, it's just like Ant-Man. I'm just saying, like back Wonder Man. I'm just saying back then, it's just like they were basically D-list characters. Like,
I don't think you're wrong.
So I'm just saying, it's like.
But I still loved it.
That is true. I just thought it was like, but it just didn't really have.
Is it as good? No.
Not really. It didn't have the big 3. That'd be like doing a Justice League show without Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I'm just like.
But at some point, the Young Avengers take over anyway. So it's like your Avenger group does change,
That is true. But you know what? I might have to rewatch it because I'm just.
And you know me, like, I'm an Iron Man obsessed woman. So, like, I prefer him in Avengers.
Yeah?
But.
Okay. Gotcha. And they also had, I'm looking here in the acquired program, they also had Tom and Jerry Kids because that was the thing back in the late 80s, early 90s, like make kid versions.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because it was for kids anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Fox Kids didn't have like this, but they were also doing like Flintstone Kids,
I remember that.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I never got that trend. I really didn't, but
I don't think I did either.
I just never understood it. They had Beetlejuice. Wow, these are a lot of shows.
Tons.
They had
Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
That one's popular.
Tiny Toon Adventures.
Ooh, and you know what? They had Digimon.
They did have Digimon.
And I gotta tell you, I talk about a theme.
Yeah.
I love the Digimon theme song.
Yeah, I'm just like, to be honest with you, I'm an anime nerd, so I will always like the original Japanese intro, but
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. But you know what? I did like the English version.
Yeah, it was good. It slapped.
It was pretty good. I liked it. Oh, and we can't forget about Batman, the animated series. If we're talking about like fire intros, it's like
that's it.
It's great. And like I said, just so many shows on here. I'm just like,
what is this one? The Terrible Thunder Lizards? I don't remember that.
That was by the same guy who created Eek the Cat.
I don't remember this.
I mean, it wasn't great. It was like these dinosaurs who tried to take out like these 2 cavemen. It was okay.
It doesn't even sound like it was okay, John.
It's okay. I don't know. They had Goosebumps.
Good show.
Which was pretty cool. Godzilla, the animated series. Based off that terrible American Godzilla film. Which was actually a solid show.
I don't think I watched it.
It was pretty good, actually. You would think it would be terrible, but it was actually pretty
Sounds
good.
pretty terrible.
It was actually good.
All right, I'll have to give it a shot.
It was actually good. And by far, probably the worst show on here. I mean, I know there are plenty of shows, but we got to move on eventually. Angela Anaconda.
That one's pretty bad.
It gives me nightmare fuel.
It's just cringe. It's bad.
And you want to know the thing that's hilarious? It's like they attached the Angela Anaconda short to Digimon, the movie.
Yeah, they sure did.
And the funny thing is, like, it's still in the prints.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, like, if you get the DVD for, like, Digimon the movie, it's attached to the movie.
John, your millennial is showing.
I like Digimon the movie.
I know, I just mean with your DVDs.
Oh.
Who doesn't like Digimon? If you don't like Digimon, I don't know. Maybe you need to get better taste.
I like Digimon. I liked, but, like, I think only the first 3 Digimon series aired on Fox Kids. So it was like season 1, season 2, and season 3, which was Digimon Tamers. But like I said, what happened to Fox Kids? It was so sad because eventually it became the Fox Box, or I should say 4Kids TV.
And this is actually, okay, looking at this list here, right? Like,
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The 2003 series.
Yeah, that was good.
I live for it. I mean, when I say I live for it,
Yeah.
I used to stay at my sister's apartment at the time.
Yeah.
And we would watch it all the time before she would take me to dance class.
Yeah.
Or before my parents took me, or whoever took me. Like, I'd be at her apartment on a Saturday morning, and that was the cartoon, and I loved it. And I love the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
I will die on the hill that it is iconic.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it too. I also like Sonic X.
I love Sonic X.
And they also had Shaman King, which
I'm not as familiar with that.
I like Shaman King, but I did not like this version of Shaman King. Didn't help that it was by 4Kids TV, so they took away a lot of, let's say, stuff you would find in the Japanese version.
Got you.
And they also had One Piece, and as a massive One Piece fan,
One Piece is great.
Yeah, but this version, the 4Kids TV version,
It wasn't good.
It was not good.
But One Piece in general is great.
Oh yeah. But it's actually funny. You should watch the 4Kids clips of One Piece on YouTube, because if you know One Piece, Sanji always smokes stuff, right? So
is it just like a piece of straw?
It's a lollipop.
That's wild.
My man's got a lollipop.
My man's just got a lollipop.
And in one of the shows, like in one of the episodes, what characters are holding a gun to another character, and they made some kind of contraption, but I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not a gun.
Yikes.
It's really funny.
And then, the other thing that was great is Winx Club, and you probably didn't watch Winx Club the way that I did.
Yeah.
But Winx Club was that show.
It was that show.
Talk about fire. I loved that show. It was very good. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Would recommend to anyone who has little girls in their home.
10 out of 10? Really?
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, have I watched it since I've been an adult? No, but I remember as a kid, it typically came on right after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was like a double combo for me, and I loved it.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's crazy. But eventually, Fox Kids just, it ended, because it was just, not Fox Kids, I'm sorry. 4Kids TV.
Box.
Yeah, Foxbox ended because, like I was saying earlier, it's, Saturday morning cartoons are coming to an end. But let's get to another Saturday morning block, and I wanted to go to Kids WB.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
This is like the meat and potatoes.
The meat and the potatoes.
The potatoes.
The potatoes.
I love what we're about to get into.
Well, you know what? It's like Kids WB was Fox Kids. I don't know. I think Kids WB might be my favorite block.
I think actually, looking at this, I would agree, because it was like jam-packed. Jam-packed.
It was. It really was, because they, even though Kids WB, came out later, obviously, because, like, WB, came out in, like, I'm trying to think when the WB came out. It came out in, like, 95. So, or did it come out? No, WB was founded in 1990. No, WB was, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
This is why you should do your research.
I know. The WB launched in 1995. And Kids WB launched, same year and stuff. So they came out, like, running because,
literally, sprinting.
Yeah, because they had to catch up, to Fox Kids. So
and they not only caught up, but I think they took over completely.
They did, because they took some of their shows back. Like, Animaniacs debuted on Fox Kids, and I was like, WB was like, yeah, we want that shit back. So...
And also there was Road Rovers and Freakazoid.
Oh.
I mean, when I tell you I loved Freakazoid, I loved it. I also loved Road Rovers, and fun fact...
Are those the dogs?
Yes.
Were like
and I lived for them.
Superheroes?
Kind of, yeah. Like, I loved it. And, okay, back in the day, millennials, maybe you'll remember, when if you had multiple people in a home, you could set up, like, individual mailboxes on your home phone.
Yeah.
And in mine... I basically named a ton of shows in this, and I was like, if you say anything mean, the Road Rovers and the Pokemon and the Animaniacs will get you. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
like, I was so into it.
Okay.
These were all of my shows, and now I have outed myself as old and weird.
I mean, I'm old too. I'm about to turn 37, so.
Old man.
I know, I'm old man.
Sure, Grandpa.
Yeah. I remember when Saturday morning cartoons were great.
Exactly.
They had the Sylvester and Tweety mysteries.
Those were pretty good, actually.
They were. Yeah, Pinky and the Brain.
Which is so good.
Yeah, they had it was a fire.
They had Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, they had Yu-Gi-Oh!
They had Batman Beyond, which is one of my favorite Batmans.
Oh, yeah.
I love Batman Beyond.
It just makes me depressed because, like, they were working on a Batman Beyond film.
I know,
for a
and it
little
never
bit.
made it.
I know, I'm just like...
I wish it would have.
I know, look what they could have given us. It was like...
Look what they could have given us, a masterpiece.
I know.
And, they also did have Pokemon on that block.
They did.
And talk about a theme song that gets me pumped.
I know.
Talking about I want to be the very best.
I'm tempted to just, like, sing it right now.
I'll sing it with you.
Okay. I wanna be the very best, but no one ever was. To catch them is my true test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's behind Pokemon. Okay, that's I can't believe I did that.
It's the best theme song. I truly, name a theme song that goes harder than the Pokemon theme song.
I can't think
You
of one.
can't.
Off the top of my head.
Because it's incredible.
I know. I'm just like, it's just great.
It's so good. And so they had all of those, and they also had...
They had Superman.
Oh my God, they had Superman.
Yeah.
And they had Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain, which I loved.
Oh, yeah. They had Static Shock.
Oh, I love Static Shock.
It was, which later, got integrated into the DCAU, which is the DC animated universe.
Mm-hmm. They had Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, I love Jackie Chan.
I loved Jackie Chan Adventures, John.
It's great. They had the new Batman Adventures, which was a continuation of Batman the Animated Series, except this time they had like a new art style kind of blending in with Superman, and they had some redesigns. Some of the villains were redesigned. Some of the fans liked the redesigns. Some of them hated it. I'm kind of mixed on that.
Yeah.
They had What's New Scooby-Doo, which was like the first new Scooby-Doo series in like forever.
Yeah.
They had Detention. Remember Detention?
No.
Well, it was one of those EI shows.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember it. I was watching Pokemon.
I just know some kids always got into Detention.
They were learning real things, but I was learning about how to evolve an EV.
Yeah.
And I'd stand to argue that what I learned was more valuable.
Gotcha. They had Hysteria, which is also one of those EI shows. I don't remember much about Hysteria, so that means it's failed its job.
It had Johnny Test.
Yeah, Johnny Test. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Shaolin Showdown. I do remember that. Did you ever watch Shaolin Showdown?
Okay. I think I must have, because it sounds familiar, but I'm off the top of my head, I'm having some recall issues.
They had like the kids. They were like in a Shaolin temple, and they had to, they had these the items and stuff, and they battled for the items, and like Gong Yi Tenpai or something like that. Also the problem with this, folks, it's like I was trying to watch some of these programs, but a good chunk of these shows aren't available on streaming.
Which is insane. Where are they?
You can buy them, but I'm just like, I'm not buying all these
We're
shows.
poor.
Exactly.
We're millennials.
Exactly.
We can't even afford avocado toast at this point.
Yeah, I had to make my own.
Right. DIY avocado toast.
But yeah, and like I said, you mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh was great, man.
I think between Pokemon and Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh is my least favorite, but still good.
Yu-Gi-Oh is great.
It was good.
I just bought a Yu-Gi-Oh game the other day for the Switch. It was
That's
like,
wild.
yeah, I know. It was like they call it the early days collection. It's like, so it had like all those Yu-Gi-Oh games you used to play for the Game Boy Advance, and they have them on Switch. So I'm gonna have my wife just come watch me play Yu-Gi-Oh because
She's gonna hate that.
I mean, there's nothing better than that. Just watching your man play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm unfortunately certain there are better things she could be doing with her time. But because she does love you, I'm sure she will oblige.
Yeah. They had. Oh, I forgot about this Earthworm Jim, which was actually a funny show.
I don't
Like,
think I remember that.
you remember Earthworm Jim? You remember the game, right?
No, I don't think I do.
Earthworm Jim was great. It was a great show. Actually, it was. The only thing I don't like about Earthworm Jim is that the guy who created it, he's kind of a. Well, I shouldn't say problematic, but he's kind of a MAGA. So I'm just like.
Gross. Whoops.
But yeah. And also they had Men in Black, the series.
I loved Men in Black, the series.
It was. And then they also had Max Steel. You remember Max Steel?
I do.
Yeah. That was weird. They had, we talked about Jackie Chan, they had X-Men Evolution.
Which is good.
I really liked X-Men Evolution, actually.
Me too.
That was really good. They had Rescue Heroes, which is another EI show.
Rescue Heroes.
I do not remember that, actually, to tell you the truth. I don't. Mummy, the animated series, I do remember that.
I don't.
Really?
And it feels like I should, but I don't.
It's like, came after, like, the second Mummy movie, and it had his son in it, and for some reason he had the bracelet still on him, because, like, the plot of the second Mummy movie is, like, Brendan Fraser's son gets the bracelet on him, and he has to take it off and stuff, but I don't know. But anyway, it was good. I liked it.
Right.
Yeah, it was good.
I trust you.
Yeah, it was good. And then, like I said, they even had the Spectacular Spider-Man on there for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, which was, a lot of fans really liked the Spectacular Spider-Man. It is one of the better Spider-Man shows, probably on the level of Spider-Man, the animated series. But yeah, anyway, unfortunately, Kids WB would also come to the end.
Rip.
And it would be succeeded by, I believe it was the C4 for Kids. So I'm just like, boo.
It just wasn't as good.
It really wasn't. I just hate it. But anyway, let's talk about another block, which is, let's see here. I don't want to.
Is it the CBS Saturdays?
I don't want to get into that yet.
Okay.
I want to get into Disney's. Well, yeah, I wrote it that way, so I guess I'm gonna go that way then. Yeah, CBS Saturdays. So CBS Saturdays, from my research, it's very different from the main blocks, because, like, it wasn't consistent. It changed a lot.
They couldn't figure out what they were doing. They couldn't get it together WB did.
No, they could not, because, like, they had, like, a bunch of shows on there, like Captain Kangaroo. That was the
Yikes.
show. Have you ever heard of Captain Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was on there for like 3 decades.
Wow.
I know. It was on there for like a long time. They had Space Ghost on there, which I was like, Space Ghost. I liked Space Ghost.
I do too.
And not just Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I mean the original Space Ghost.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
I know. And actually, that was where, because they had some Hanna-Barbera shows on there, that was where the first Scooby-Doo show was on.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? That's where it aired first on CBS. And that's where Josie and the Pussycats aired, too, actually.
And I think if someone were to ask me what block that had been on, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Really?
Yeah, without knowing this part of it, like seeing it written down, I wouldn't know.
Really?
I remember the show, but I don't remember where I would watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's weird.
And they also had like another Hanna-Barbera cartoon. They had Help! It's the Hair Bear Bunch. Mm-hmm. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, sure have. It wasn't very good. It's just
But
some things aren't good, you know.
yeah, they also had Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
They sure did.
Yeah, they did. Less about that, better. They had new Scooby Doo movies on there, and then also like
Did they have Muppet Babies?
yeah, they did have Muppet Babies. Muppet, 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 Muppet. Okay, that was terrible. uh, but CBS was really into the EI too. Like they tried to like when the children's, like when I can't remember the organization I was talking about, but they were really trying to lean into like educational like edutainment stuff.
Yeah.
Because they had In the News, which was like 1 minute segments that aired between other Saturday morning programs. So they tried. God bless them, CBS. They really tried. They even also had CBS Story Break. It was an anthology series, and it was like half-hour adaptations of children's book published at the time of airing. It was hosted by Captain Kangaroo himself.
Yikes.
Yeah, and then
Tragic.
even Malcolm Jamal Warner, who just passed away, unfortunately, rest in peace. He even hosted that show too.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, and Pee Wee's Playhouse was in there too.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's where Pee Wee was, which was a fever dream on its own. Like, oh my goodness. They also had Garfield and Friends.
I love Garfield and Friends.
Oh yeah, they did. And actually, we're finally towards like the first block, like CBS Kid TV. That was I think that was like the first official block, like branding wise.
Yeah.
Like it's not called CBS Saturdays. It's CBS Kid TV. And during that time, they aired the first iteration of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, it was in syndication first, but eventually it found its home on CBS. They had Back to the Future, the animated series. And yes, I do have that on Blu-ray, of course, because I'm a big Back to the Future fan. They had Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, Mother Goose and Grin.
I loved Mother Goose and Grin.
I had never seen that, actually.
And they also had The Little Mermaid, which
Yeah.
was iconic. I don't care what anyone says. Anything to do with Little Mermaid, I love that.
Yeah. And then here they go. They just, they keep renaming their block. So they renamed it CBS Saturday again, then CBS Toontastic TV, then CBS Saturday Morning, and then CBS Kids. And that's CBS Kids with a Z, not an S.
Because that's how you used to make stuff cool.
Yeah, exactly. They had Beekman's World on there, Beethoven, Aladdin, the series.
I loved Aladdin, the series.
I never heard of Wildcats, and
You've never heard of Wildcats?
was I supposed to?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, you didn't see Wildcats.
No, I did not.
We gotta figure it out.
What is Wildcats?
It's so good, John.
Okay.
It's like these cats and they're wild.
I think you're messing with me, but
No, look, okay,
I really think you're messing with me. You're trolling me.
No,
You're trolling me.
it was really good.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I am
it's just
trolling
like,
you a little bit.
That's like Wildcats, and that's CATS.
It's really for covert action teams. That's what Wildcats was.
Okay,
And it was still good.
Yeah, okay.
I was trolling you.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's like, what? Wildcats? I never heard of Wildcats. It's like, is it supposed to be great?
It was okay.
Yeah?
It was a good show.
Okay.
It lasted about like a season or so.
Okay. They had Skeleton Warriors. I never heard of Skeleton Warriors. They had The Mask, the anime
Wait,
series.
you've never heard of Wildcats? Like, at all?
No.
I think you're trolling me.
No, I've
This
never.
is part of DC.
Really? Wildcats?
Yeah.
Okay, I had never heard it up until like researching this episode. I never heard of Wildcats.
I think you're trolling me now.
I am not trolling you.
Okay.
Are you double trolling me?
No.
Like double trolling me? Like reverse trolling me? Those are like DC. I was like, I don't know. I'm not a DC expert, but I've never heard of
I am not a
Wildcats.
DC expert by any means, but
Okay.
it is
Okay, I just never heard of Wildcats before. I'm just like, am I supposed to heard of
Yes.
Wildcats? Okay, I just never heard of it. Did I say Skeleton Warriors? Yeah. Was I supposed to hear of Skeleton
I
Warriors too?
hadn't, so.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Okay.
They had the Mask, the anime series.
I don't think I ever watched that.
I never knew they had Mask, the anime series, until I did my research. The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat.
I liked that one.
And they had Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I didn't know that was a cartoon at all. And
Me either.
And they even had a crossover too. So I know, right? Very, very interesting. And they even had Timon and Pumbaa
Which
too.
I loved.
Yeah. And then guess what? CBS renamed their block again.
Oh my god, this has been exhausting.
To thank CBS Kids, which I talked about a little bit earlier in the show. Then they renamed it again after 1 year.
Oh my god.
The CBS Kids show. That lasted for
Make
about...
up your mind, CBS.
And this time they basically just got a bunch of programming from Canada. So, from the animation studio Nelvana. Nelvana has made... I can't think off the top of my head, but I know Nelvana. They've made cartoons like Franklin and Little Bear and stuff. But
okay, I gotta tell you, Little Bear slaps.
It is.
That was my shit.
You know the thing about Little Bear that I was always confused about?
Is how mean the mom is?
No. My thing was, why is Little Bear nude and his parents wear clothes?
This is exactly my point with Daniel the Tiger.
What?
Daniel Tiger. Oh my gosh, it's a kid's show. My kids used to watch it growing up.
Okay.
And Daniel just wears a jacket.
Okay.
But his mom wears pants and a shirt. What the?
Gotcha.
What is it? Someone explain this to us.
I don't know. It's like with Chippendale Rescue Rangers. How
they wear the coats.
Yeah, but Gidget. Mm-hmm. Who that female was? She wears the whole outfit.
Yeah.
I don't get that. They're all the same. John. I'm just like, look, I'm all either they all wear pants
or they don't.
I just
make it make sense.
Exactly. I'm just like, just make it make sense. I don't get it, but whatever. And then they changed again. Nick Jr. on CBS. Then it was Nick on CBS. And then it was Nick Jr. on CBS again.
And I mess with Nick Jr. Let me tell you, Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
I know that no one understands my obsession with Blue's Clues. Just kidding. If you're a millennial, we all love it.
Oh, yeah.
But, I live for Blue's Clues. I watched it religiously. Even as I got older, I probably should have phased it out already.
Yeah.
I was still like, here's the mail. It never fails. I freaking love Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And it had, Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Little Bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Arnold, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
And this is a deep cut, but As Told by Ginger.
Oh, yeah.
I love that show, and there are people who will be like, I don't get it. And I'm like, well, then you're the problem. It's a great show.
But yeah, the thing about, As Told by Ginger, it did not get, any respect by Nickelodeon.
It deserves so much better.
They aired shows out of order. It's they didn't even air all the shows on Nickelodeon. I think they aired, some on their sister channel, Nicktoons and stuff. I don't think they aired every episode. I think some of them didn't debut until they could get on DVD. Mm-hmm. Which is really sad. But Nick and CBS, they had that synergy. If people couldn't afford cable, they could watch it on, on broadcast. But the reason that block ended was because the split of old Viacom. So all the shows on Nickelodeon went to new Viacom, and CBS inked a new deal with DiC Entertainment. Which, do you know what DiC stands for?
No.
It stands for Diffusion Information Communication.
That sounds stupid.
It is. It's very stupid. I never knew what DiC stood for
until I saw this. Stupid. That's a pompous way of saying it.
It is.
So stupid.
Because I remember the old logo. It was just it was zooming in. It was it's from the kid's bedroom into the window and the stars. Da 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 da. DiC.
That's stupid. I hated that. But before that block ended, though, they did also have Rugrats.
Yeah.
And they had Go Diego Go.
Yeah.
Which was after our time. But
Oh yeah.
they had a lot. They had All Grown Up. I loved All Grown Up, and that's a hot take apparently. I've met a lot of millennials who are very mixed on this, but for me, All Grown Up, I loved. The fan fiction nerd in me loved that show. Was it good? I don't even know, but did I like it? Yeah, I did.
What do you mean? Was it good? Did you watch it?
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't remember. Was it actually a good show, or did I just like the concept so much?
I think it was the concept.
Probably.
Because, I don't know if I explained this on the Nickelodeon episode or not, because it seemed like it was, forever ago.
It was.
But I think the concept was, as a special, it was fine. But as, an actual show, it was just, I don't know, it didn't work. Because it's just, these characters are just more interesting as babies. They're not interesting as tweens. It's just, I mean, isn't that the point of As Told by Ginger? Is this I just found As Told by Ginger a more interesting show.
Well, because it was better written. As Told by Ginger was written for a very specific audience and in a very intentional way.
Yeah.
Where All Grown Up was hey, here's this fun idea.
Yeah, exactly. And just it just didn't work. Now, if you want to make Rugrats the Rugrats are the parents, I could see that working, but not so much, I don't know. But
That's
anyway,
fair.
After the whole messy divorce of Viacom, CBS, they made a deal with Deke Entertainment.
Stupid.
First it was called the Saturday Morning Secret Slumber Party.
I hate that. That sounds stupid.
It does sound terrible. Then it was the KOL Secret Slumber Party, and
still sounds bad.
And it was Deke's creation. They produced all the children's programming from the block, and they partnered with AOL. Whew, that goes back to co-produce the block's first run programs through its KOL subsidiary. They had 3 new shows: Cake, Dance Revolution, Horseland. Never heard of any of those shows.
I was just about to say, I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Yeah.
That sounds like Greek to me.
They also had old shows they had Madeline, Trolls, and Sabrina the Animated Series, which aired in other lineups and stuff. And in the summer 2007, KOL withdrew its sponsorship from the network's Saturday morning block. CBS and Deke subsequently I have to say that subsequently announced a new partnership with American Greeting Corporation to relaunch the block on September 21st of that year as Coolopolis. And
I hate everything you're saying right now.
And in case you want to know how it's spelled, it's not COOL, it's cool. It's KEWL. Lopolis. Coolopolis.
Cool.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like a valley girl. Cool.
Cool. Which would be targeted at younger girls and serve as a tie-in with the monthly teen magazine, Cool.
I'm not sure it did what it wanted it to do.
Which was established in part by Deke in May 2007. It's no longer in publication. Not surprised by that.
Not even a little bit.
And complementing the 2007 lineup, which included KOL's Secret Slumber Party holdovers Cake and Horseland, were added series Care Bears, Adventures in Care-a-Lot, Strawberry Shortcake.
Why'd you say it like that?
What?
Care-a-lot.
Care-a-Lot.
It sounds like you didn't care at all.
I don't, but Strawberry Shortcake, Dino Squad, and Sushi Pack. And,
that was for those 80 kids. The kids of the 80s.
And then the block changed again. It came under the purview of Cookie Jar Group after Deke was acquired by the Canadian-based company on July the 23rd, 2008. And then on February 24th, 2009, it was announced that CBS renewed its contract for Cookie Jar for 3 more seasons running through 2012. And then, guess what? The block was rebranded again.
This is exhausting.
In 2009.
Oh my god. I mean, I simply can't keep up.
And this time it was Cookie Jar TV. And
Okay.
with the exception of Sabrina the Anime series, most of the programs featured on
Sucked.
Kill, Lopolis, and KOL, Secret Slumber Party were
Kill?
dropped. Yeah.
Oh.
And they had some shows. At this point, I'm just like, oh my god. And Cookie Jar TV brand remained in place. Even after the company's acquisition by DHX Media, which is now Wild Brain, in October 2012, and eventually that block ended too. So I'm going, and don't worry, I'm gonna head towards why it ended. I kind of hinted to it earlier, but it got turned into CBS Dream Team, and basically nothing. But there's one more block. Well, there's two more I want to say. Okay, Disney's One Saturday Morning.
So good.
One Saturday Morning. And I won't talk to it as much because there wasn't as much.
Okay, but the quality is like fire.
It is.
So, like, let's get into it. Like, Recess?
Yeah.
Come on.
Recess was great.
Recess is iconic. I love Recess.
Yeah, it was great because I feel like Recess was the breakout hit for
One
Saturday
sure.
morning.
You're so angelic when you sing it.
It was a great intro. It really was because ABC wanted to. Well, I should say Disney wanted to get in on the Saturday morning game too.
Because they smart.
Yeah, they smart because they had Disney Afternoon. So they said they purchased ABC in '95. So I'm just like, let's get into this, shall we? So they wanted to compete with it. So they also had 101 Dalmatians, the animated series.
I don't think I remember that as much.
I don't either.
But they had Pepper Ann.
Yeah, Pepper Ann was good. Yeah, Pepper Ann was good.
Pepper Ann is so good.
They also had Disney's Doug.
Yes.
Remember we talked about Doug in our Nickelodeon episode.
We did.
And how it eventually got over to Disney, and it wasn't as good.
Correct. But
anymore.
still good.
Yeah. Do you know there's a show called Jungle Cubs?
I loved Jungle Cubs.
I do not remember that until I just looked here. It's apparently like basically Jungle Book, except it's like
they're babies.
Yeah, I'm just like,
it's like all grown up but reverse, and with Jungle Cubs.
Sounds horrible.
But they did have one of my favorite shows, actually two of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Which was Hercules the Animated Series.
Yeah.
I've always been a Greek girly.
Mm-hmm.
And also The Weekenders.
I do remember. Is that the one you started writing fan fiction for?
Oh my god! Why did you remember that?
Because it was just so obscure. It's like out of all the shows to write fan fiction for, you chose The Weekenders. I'm just like,
The Weekenders.
I mean, yeah, it was a fine show, but I don't know. I don't know why you write fan fiction. I mean, to each its own, but I'm just
I wrote fan fiction about it because I was a nerdy kid.
Who'd you ship?
I shipped Tito.
And Lore?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And I loved them. And I think, if memory serves, the fanfic I wrote to them was a songfic.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
We all go through phases.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't believe you remember that.
I did. They also had... There's also Teacher's Pet.
A great show.
The dog wanted to be a boy, and he chose to go to school for some reason.
Why not?
Sure.
It's that EI standard.
Yeah. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
So good.
It was great. I don't know why Lightyear couldn't have been that, basically, but, whatever.
Right? I was kind of hoping that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like... House of Mouse, which
love House of Mouse, honestly,
is not streaming on Disney Plus for some insane reason. But you
Disney,
think
get it together. The millennials are calling we're calling you out.
I know.
Give us House of Mouse.
I know. Lloyd in Space. Don't
Good
remember
one.
that at all. But yeah, and Timo Supremo. I also do not remember that. I really don't. But One Saturday Morning got rebranded into ABC Kids too.
I mean, okay, are we tired of all the rebranding yet? It feels like executives were bored and they were like, let's rename
Yeah.
this thing that we already have for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. I mean, makes sense. And then, you know, they also, you know, they did have another anime series, which was Fillmore. I never watched Fillmore,
I
though.
didn't either.
Yeah. But, you know, and like I said, eventually they did close it because, you know, they're tired of all the EI compliance stuff. And then,
Drama.
yeah, and then finally, well, let's move on to one more NBC Saturday morning. And I can't quite really get too much into NBC, you know, Saturday mornings because NBC really didn't have like your traditional Saturday morning cartoons. They had more live action cartoons. Mostly really Saved by the Bell.
I love Saved by the Bell.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They had some. They did have some children's programming, like Howdy Doody, which I did not think
I
was
don't
a
even
real.
like when you said it.
Well, it's Howdy Doody.
I hate that.
It's funny though.
How to do it? Oh, I hated it. I
Oh,
shouldn't have said it. I like myself less now.
oh god. But oh,
We're doing our best.
it's Howdy Doody time.
How to do it? Oh,
Howdy
God.
Doody.
That's just an unnecessary name for a show.
I mean, you know, you know, like I said, I'm sure they had like some shows, but they were either, you know, they didn't really have many Saturday morning cartoons. They mostly had live action stuff, so mostly Saved by the Bell, really.
So my dad,
Yeah.
the way he taught us all not to do drugs was we watched that episode of Saved by the Bell where the girl gets addicted to, it's like speed, essentially.
Oh, okay.
I forget what they call it in the show. It's like caffeine pills or something.
Yeah.
And then my dad also told us that he could forgive us for anything in the world except doing drugs.
Really?
Yeah, anything but that. So, could have committed manslaughter and he would have been okay with it. But
Everything except for drugs.
yeah, anything but drugs. So I never murdered a man and still haven't done drugs, but you know.
Well, glad.
Saved by the Bell saved my life.
Well, I'm so glad that saved your life. I really am. But anyway, it was basically Saved by the Bell and a lot of you know, live action blocks because you know they you know they got around that kind of like, remember we were talking about the you know, the EI stuff and stuff. Well, they had a lot of, you know, series aimed at teenagers so they could get around, you know, not doing the EI stuff. And it was, you know, just like they replaced children's programming with live action stuff. And they also had like a lot of, what am I saying? They also had like some documentary stuff too. Like they had NBA inside stuff, you know, so sports and everything. And like you were saying, Kate, it's like their live action shows incorporated social issues such as drug use and sexual harassment and underage
All kinds of
drinking.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But also because of synergy, they had Discovery Kids because, you know, they entered agreement with Discovery, and basically Discovery Kids was like not reality shows, but kind of reality shows.
Yeah.
Basically. But it was just a lot of like documentary, you know, edutainment stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's not really noticeable, to be honest with you, because, you know, basically a lot of these programming blocks, they entered agreements, you know, with actually ABC, CBS, and NBC. Oh, and the CW.
Ooh,
Basically,
I love the CW.
yeah, I know. They entered agreements with Hearst Media Production Group, which was formerly Linton Entertainment, to program all their EI blocks, while Fox reached a similar agreement with Steve Rotfeld Productions. because well, I was like hinting to earlier, basically by the late 2010s, all the major American networks have shifted to live action documentary programming. So they're targeting teenagers to meet the educational mandates because the mandates are still there. It's like, so they still have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all basically just reality TV. That's all it is.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all it is. Documentary programming also benefit from having less restrictive rules for advertising compared to, programming targeted at children. So that's really, truly it. And also, besides that, like we were saying, kids today, what basically killed Saturday morning cartoons, home video, video games, cable, first run syndicated content, more restrictions on advertising, and, now streaming. So kids can just get whatever they want at the push of a button. There's Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount Plus,
It makes me nuts. Sometimes I wish I could pay to have commercials so I could teach my kids a lesson or something. About time management.
Yeah, about time management.
You have to hurry.
Yeah.
You can't just lollygag.
Yeah. But that's basically really it. It's like it was a very slow death for, Saturday morning cartoons. And, I'm sort of glad because, millennials were really the last generation to really, and I would say probably early Gen Z too, but,
Yeah.
they were really the last people to really see the full
magic
of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
I remember grabbing my big bowl of CT Crunch, French Toast Crunch, sometimes Lucky Charms. It just depended whatever was in the house. Wake up at 7, watch it till
Get you
about
your
12.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, I don't like Frosted Flakes. They're not
That's because you
great.
didn't add sugar to them like I did. You weren't trying to get diabetes like I was.
Diabetes. But it's just like it's over. It was a great time. And then whenever, I had to do something Saturday morning, good old VCR player, man.
Yep.
It was always fun because sometimes, I would record, but if there was a show, because basically I would watch Fox Kids and Kids WB, and then sometimes one Saturday morning, I had to make hard choices, man.
I know.
Like it's like, oh God, do I watch Recess or do I watch Digimon? Couldn't watch both, so I just had to tape them. I had to make hard choices, man. I guess I'll watch Recess this week and maybe Digimon next week. It just depends. But yeah, Saturday morning cartoons were great. Well, just to wrap it up, because we've been here for about an hour.
I was gonna say I have a difficult question to wrap it up on.
Yeah.
If you could only pick 3 shows, out of all these shows we've discussed, you can only pick 3 to watch. What are you picking?
Oh God.
Just 3.
3. We covered a lot of shows. That's really tough. I'm just gonna look at my list real quick. Oh boy, 3, huh?
3.
You know what I'll do? I'll just get one from Fox Kids, one from Kids WB, and one from ABC, because I think that would be fair. So from Fox Kids, oh my God.
You guys should see how stressed he is about this.
It's really hard.
It is hard.
Fox Kids. Damn. It's really hard.
It is hard.
Fox Kids, I guess I would get. Damn.
Okay, top 5. Do top 5.
Okay, top 5. Okay.
I'll give you 2 more
Okay.
slots.
Okay, cool. So if I'm getting something from Fox Kids, I would get X-Men, the animated series,
Okay.
and Batman the animated series. I had to leave Spider-Man off there. It killed me. If getting 2 from Kids WB, I would get Yu-Gi-Oh! And I would get... No. This is really hard, man. This is really hard. No. Freakazoid.
Oh, wow. Deep cut.
I really like Freakazoid.
I do too.
Freakazoid and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then if I did get something from...
You only got one more, right?
I know. I got to get something from one Saturday morning. I would get Recess.
Okay.
It's really hard.
I would do... I think my 5
Yeah.
would be Pokemon.
Okay.
And then TMNT 2003 series.
Okay.
X-Men.
Okay.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
And Recess.
Okay. It's a good choice. All right. That's good. Those are our top 5.
Tell us what you guys would list. Like, tell us which ones you guys would pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us your deep cuts.
Yeah. Tell us. Yeah, tell us your deep cuts. And thank you for our deep dive into Saturday morning cartoons. I think this is our longest episode yet.
It's just because it's so much fun.
It is. It's
So
like,
much to cover, so much to learn, so much rebranding.
Yeah, I know. So much rebranding, especially for CBS.
Jesus.
Damn.
It's a lot.
Damn, CBS.
Damn, CBS.
It's a lot of rebranding.
It really is.
It was Kale.
Kill.
Kale.
Cool. Appelas. I hate that so much.
I know. It just reeks of desperation.
Yikes.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember what we were going to talk about next. And
What do we got on the list?
we just have a massive list here, and I'm trying to just remember.
Let's do 90s anime next.
Want to do 90s anime?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do
Let's do 90s to 2000s.
90s to 2000 anime. Okay, that sounds pretty good to me. So, folks, next time, we'll do 90s to 2000s anime, and that should be pretty good.
I cannot wait. I mean,
Yeah?
you thought this was a long one?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a freaking long one.
Our inner nerd is really going to shine on this. I'm excited for us. I hope you guys all come listen. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. It really is.
I can't wait
right.
to talk about it.
I know. I can't wait to geek out on 90s to 2000s anime. So just expect us to talk a lot about Toonami, especially.
I can't wait to talk about Toonami and Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, folks. Well, I'm John,
I'm Mary.
and
This is Everpop.
Yeah, this is Everpop, and see you next time.